1 Peter chapter 3 verse 14 says, "But even if you suffer for doing what's right, you are blessed. Don't fear their threats, and don't be frightened." This reminds me of this story that I read about J.W. Tucker. In 1964, he and about 60 other Christian men, with their hands tied to their backs, they were beaten up with broken bottles. After that, they were thrown alive in this crocodile-infested river called the Bomokande River, where these crocodiles ate them alive. Now, over there in the Congo, there was this village that was barely unreachable, and these men went there to share the gospel of God, and they ended up being dead. 2 days later, his wife and children were rescued and brought back to the Americas. Now, before he went to that trip, a friend of his told him, "If you go in there, you will not come out." And I love his response. He told him, "God didn't tell me that I had to come out. He just told me that I had to go in." While they were being rescued, his wife, Angeline, she made this prayer, and I want to share it with you guys. It says, "Oh Father, we do thank thee for thy goodness and love and many blessings. We love thee and praise thee for thy care. And through these many difficult days, you has watched over us and kept us. And now, you has truly delivered us out of the lion's den. We praise thee and thank thee for it. And we ask you to take Jay's life, which has been laid down, and use it in death for your honor and glory." Now, she made this prayer, and it almost seemed like it went unanswered. 30 years later, a man who was over there in that tribe, he was in trouble. He was trying to share the gospel, and his efforts were unsuccessful. So the king went up to his government and asked for help, because this was happening, and somehow, some reason, he was brought to the government of that tribe. And then this man remembered a tradition that this tribe has, that if the blood of a man flows through the Bomokande River, his message has to be heard. So he remembered this, and in front of everybody, he said, "There was a man who died in this river. The crocodiles ate him alive, and his blood runs through your rivers. And before he died, he left me a message." And he shared the message of Jesus Christ to them. After this, many of his tribe gave their lives to Jesus, to the point where years later they had temples, churches built, and a lot of people became followers of Jesus Christ. So even if you suffer for doing what's right, for doing what God told you to do, you are still blessed, because God's work will not end if you die. God has a plan, a purpose for everything. And until we know what it truly means to suffer for God, we will not figure that out. So, what does this mean? Why do I share this with you guys? I share this because sometimes we will suffer. Sometimes we will go through some sort of persecution because we're Christian. And I know that because I went through that. And even if it's from your own friends, even if it's from your own family, we all go through some sort of persecution. And the point of it all is that no matter what we go through, no matter what we face, if we are doing things for God, we are still blessed. And God will still honor us, and God will still make everything work out for His glory. We just have to trust that He knows what's best. So now I challenge you to just ask God, what way can He show His glory to you? What way can He use you to share His love and His word with others? And I challenge you to find out what it is that God is going to use you for. And I challenge you to go out and do it, because it's going to be great. Whatever it is, God will use you for His glory. God bless you all. See you in the next video.